Hello peeps, Jordan is Great 505 here. So we're back in Halo Free Editing Kit to showcase the next mod I'm working on. Now this mod is going to be very interesting because it has a lot of freedom of choice for the player, kind of similar to Hell Jumpers but in a bit more polished way, so you don't run into issues where AI is over spawning and you don't know what the hell's going on. So I've decided to I've decided to work on this short mission. It's kind of the working title I have for it now is the strike mission, kind of like Black Ops 2, where it's just it's just a Desolate December, where it's a bonus mission that doesn't really have any connection to the main campaign of Halo Zero Graphic Tranquility, but it is part of the lore, and it happened, and it's just kind of a different gameplay scenario where you have your own freedom of choice to kind of take on it however however you please, right? So I got all these Marines here, and so what I wanted to do for this mod was create a mod where you could fly the Pelican and have a mission focused on that, because there's not a lot of Halo missions that have that. Sure, there's a lot of multiplayer mods or maybe campaign overhauls that have the Pelican as a flyable option, but you really don't get immersed as an actual Pelican pilot. In this mod, you will play as a Marine, and you'll have many different vehicle choices, but my main focus right now has been the Pelican. And another reason I'm making this mod is because I want to make up for the lack of content this year, because I haven't released anything and everything's been under wraps, and I'm really sorry about that. As you know, it's been a rough year for me, and it's just I feel really bad I didn't get anything out because of all the shit I went through. So I wanted to make up for that by working on a shorter mod that's kind of its own thing that could easily be made. So yeah, you'll be playing as a Marine in this mod, and similar to Hell Jumpers, you'll be getting your own customization options. So these guys over here, we're going to revamp them a bit, because there's some things I'd like to improve and, fix about them. And they'll be giving some new armor variants for the Marines as well, so they have new armor and you'll be able to pick them out. Like the pilot helmet, if you really want to immerse yourself as a pilot. I have considered vehicle customization options, because having blue camo would be nice, but especially because I was looking for the Halo 2 documents and saw they were planning to have vehicle customization with different camos. So I was would like that, but the problem is I have to figure out a system for that, a way to change the variant of the AI spawned, so you can make on a script a button you press. But yeah, so let's just get started here. So we have the Pelican. This is Pepper's Pelican. It's on Nexus Mods. I did change a lot about it, and you have one Marine already in here. And the things I've changed. So first of all, let's get all the Marines inside, which they happily will come in. And here's something in mods you don't really see: the flyable Pelican being able to actually take control of the Scorpion. Now, unfortunately, all of the UNSC on the island is probably dead by now, due to the fact that we didn't really spend a lot of time. Oh, never mind, they're still kicking. So we have a Warthog and a Mastodon made by Cat. So we just set down the, Scorpion over here. Now we're dropping off all the troops. And they have rockets and Spartan lasers, so they can give you some support. The Scorpion took out the Phantom, so I didn't even have to worry about that. We have some air support as well. So yeah, we just dropped off the troops, and right now they're just going at it. They're just fighting the dinosaurs. That Tyrannosaurus Rex is getting fucking... Oh, look at that. Let's get a better view of this. Oh, they got it! So yeah, now that we dropped them off, we can also give them some air support here with the machine gun, which I heavily buffed. Oh, there's a guy riding a Ceratosaurus. Let's get a view of this. Oh, they just blew up that Ultra. And this is part of Banished Base, so I am reusing assets for this mod just to speed up the development. So this is kind of new content because I haven't like released a mod with these buildings out yet, but they're kind of not at the same time. So yeah, right now the AI are kind of doing its thing, and it's all about the placement too, so you gotta make sure you drop off your troops in a good place. Oh, damn it, they blew up the Mastodon, which isn't actually a finished vehicle, unfortunately. Let's take out this Amargasaurus with the missile pods. Now, I actually buffed the missile pod cooldown, so you can spam it a lot more, kind of like what the NPCs could do, and that's only because I couldn't figure out how to make it lock on, so it's kind of annoying to use, so I thought maybe letting the player spam it would make up for that. So you just kind of, it's kind of like the Banshee Bomb, you just gotta keep pressing Q. But you want to use the missile pods to take down the Phantoms, which, speaking of which, we have reinforcements over here. Now you can use the boost on the Pelican, which makes it go really fast. So you're kind of flying, it's kind of like flying a Saber now, somewhat. Got the rolling down. Okay, we got one down. Shit. Now, we're going to have to give our NPCs here some support, because we need them alive. If we do not keep them alive, it's not good. Because what happens is that you won't have many reinforcements for the next area of the mod if you do not keep your NPCs alive. And it really helps to have an extra Scorpion or a Mastodon. Alright, that's the gunship down. We just have the normal dropship, which it doesn't really drop down troops only because I didn't think it would work well, because you're mostly focusing on other vehicles here. Here we have a Eurypterid. You guys may have remembered this earlier this year. What a rough time that was. Anyways, let's just blow it up to kind of tell the horrible times of this earlier this year to go fuck itself. Yeah, go fuck yourself. So the Stingrays are currently fighting the Eurypterids here as well, so we'll kind of help them finish it off. There we go. There we go, it's trying to fight us. Oh, I am pretty happy with the jibs I gave that. Oh no, the Scorpion! No, it's actually holding its own. Usually it dies very quickly, so I'm very surprised. It's been doing a very good job this time. Alright, now you can use the chin gun on the Pelican to kind of just defang this Phantom, and just use the missiles to take care of the rest. Problem solved. So here are our reinforcements. So we have Vulture and 3 Pelicans. And the Stingrays, they're going on their way to the next island. So now that we have taken out this banished island, well, the air support's going over here. I think all the Marines died, so they're supposed to get on the Vulture here. The Scorpion got put onto the Pelican, the Warthog and Mastodon would go on the other Pelicans, and this is how we transport them to the next island. But yeah, so after you destroy all these like guys at the banished place, you pretty much neutralize the banished operation here. The rest of the banished are at the Covenant Island trying to fight the Covenant, because this is the first time I'm doing a freeway battle in the mod, not including the dinosaur stuff though. So let's fly with our Pelican friends here. Now I could go faster and boost it, but where's the fun in that? And it's cooler just to fly with your Pelican friends. So you kind of, you know, maybe I should add a pickup point so you can get more troops here. Because you only do it 2 times in the mod so far. So yeah, there's a Banished Scarab there and a Covenant Scarab, and you can see the giant battle going on here. And you really get to choose who gets to die and who gets to live here. So we have a new variant of the Banished Revenant down there fighting the Covenant Scarab. Here, I'll give you guys a look at that, because you know, it's not going. You're not even going to be able to see it that much. So it has the Shade Turret on it, right over here, and it's just a Revenant, because Halo 4 was going to have a Revenant, and it was going to be something like this. So it's kind of just a Spectre ripoff, because I don't have the Banished Spectre ready. And we have some Spectre over here. About the Covenant I'm using, I did a poll and everyone voted on me to use the Combat Evolved Remastered Covenant, which I'm happy to use them, but I know some people like complain about them not matching with the rest of Halo 3. But the majority of people voted on it. It was like 60 votes, so the majority of my community wanted this, so and that's kind of what I had in mind. And we have some other guys over here fighting. So yeah, this is pretty cool how you can just see the Banished and Covenant fight. Like, it's like... This is exactly why I made the Banished the way I did, where they're just kind of all fully like red, black, silver. Because you just would be so confused, like, if like they had the same colors of the Covenant. Like, it'd be just so confusing, so... Thankfully, you know who is who here because of the way I designed their colors, which was based off Halo Wars 2. So yeah, that was pretty cool. Something I wanted to say. Alright, so yeah, speaking about the objectives here. So after you neutralize the Banished operation here, you will have a guy telling you to go over here to fight these guys and fight off the remaining enemies here. To take out the Covenant operation, which is a Lich refueling station. Now this is just the assembly map. Like I said, this isn't really supposed to be like a major map. It's just kind of a... I'm reusing a lot to make it quickly because I wanted to get something out for people to enjoy using all the new assets I've worked on throughout this year. So yeah, you have a whole Banished Covenant operation here that you have to, you know, defeat. And you also have all these guys fighting. Now, with Halo, there's kind of like an AI limit, right? So there's an AI limit of 40, and I've done my best to make sure to adhere to those rules this time, so we don't have the same issue Helljumpers had, where if you go in the mission in a certain order, like if you don't do it in the proper order, the AI gets like desynced and they stop working and all that shit. So that's why you don't see like a lot of like little grunts, jackals and stuff running around, because they just wouldn't be a challenge for the Pelican to fight. So I focused on big vehicles and, you know, dinosaurs, weaponized dinosaurs, because they're big targets, they're fun to fight, and blow up, and, you know, doesn't feel as trivial. So I just wanted to talk about that. So let's go and influence the battle here. It is going to be a bit, we're going to drop some frames here because it's in Sapien. In normal Halo 3, it won't, like, have any problems. That was the same, Battle for Ontario lagged like crazy on, Sapien. But it was fine in-game, so... And that's the Shadow from Helljumpers that returned, the Night Shadow. Now this Pelican also has a damage state. Well, not damage states. It'll smoke and will eventually blow up. So you have to be careful when using it. I did buff it a bit. Like, I buffed a lot of aspects of it because it just wasn't fun to use if I didn't buff it. So yeah, so you can come over here, and you can pretty much easily destroy this Scarab, actually. Because I buffed the Pelican so much. And even using a Hornet, it's actually easy to take down a Scarab, so... But you cannot... So all the people saying that the Scarab would easily destroy the Pelican, it's only in Halo Wars, because Halo Wars is cool. Anyways, we have the Banished Scarab. Now, this was made by Alex, and I never put it in my mod because I wanted to give it an interior that you could board. And it doesn't have an interior here or any mechanics like that, but you can blow it up just by, kind of like the Banished Lich. If you just use enough firepower, you can just blow it up. So like that. Which, there's a little bit of a bug here where the Banished Lich Gibbs appear, And same with the Scarab. It's because when I was making the Banish Lich, this was back when I didn't know how, like, I thought it was like assembly where you could just replace stuff, so I replaced the Scarab Gibbs with the... I fucked up, alright? I gotta fix it. So that's the first known bug that will be shown in this video. Anyways, now we just gotta take down the Spino because it's not good to have here. Now, I wanted it so you had to blow up these AAs to advance the mission. Problem is they're not working. For some reason, the AI like scripts for them don't want to work where they fire because they're supposed to fire, so they're kind of a threat. So you don't want to. Oh, there's the Vulture. The Vulture originally was here to help you blow up the Banish Scarab, but it just kind of. I kind of realized it was better to let the Pelican have the firepower to do it, and also... But yeah, it drops off the surviving Marines here, and it kind of helps you out here as like a gunship. So yeah, you're supposed to blow these like AA guns out, and then the leader guy on the comms in the nav point will appear telling you to go back to the UNSC island to get more troops. Which I may add another segment where you do this, like, before you go to the Covenant Island. I'm not sure yet. I don't know. If you guys want there to be more segments in this mod to where you have to go back to the island and to get more troops, let me know. Or if you think it's enough to just have this, tell me that. So you just gotta go over here. Which actually... So we have some ODSTs now. We'll just get them in here. I don't know, sometimes they don't want to get in. I don't know why. I think I have to look into that. But, we got some of them in. So that's another bug. So we have the Mastodon, which was made by Cat, and this is an anti-air version, which uses the Wolverine. Now, the Mastodon is an APC, and I made it float, so it can be in the water. And now that we have returned, the Covenant have brought in reinforcements. And you wouldn't be able to notice because they're out of render distance, so you wouldn't notice they just popped out of nowhere. And here we have the vampires. Which I'm going to remove on this Pelican route because you can't... They're really annoying to fucking kill if you are using the Pelican, trust me about that. So let's drop this Mastodon here in a good place where it can get a good view of the battle. Let's drop it there, and let's bring over here to get the ODSTs out on this island. There we go. And they're helping us take out the Lich. So we have the Mastodon there, and it should give us some air support. In the meantime, we'll focus on taking out the Banished Lich. Oh, we got a fan down. Oh, it's still using the wrong Gibbs for that one. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, I'll look into fixing that too. At least I'll have a place to kind of remember what bugs I have to fix before release. Oh, we lost a Pelican. Wait, no, that's the Vulture. Okay, we got the Banished Lich down. Yeah, unfortunately, it seems the Vulture blew up, which is going to make the next segment harder. So we got a Banshee down. We got a Vampire to worry about. Okay, we took it out pretty good. I mean, usually it's annoying because you don't have a lock on. Alright, it looks like it was a good idea to bring in the ODSTs because they're kind of like carrying this right now. They're absolutely wrecking everything. Now that's all that's left is this Vampire, which is... I'll explain it later. As you can see, you can't lock onto it, so it's kind of annoying to kill. I say that and I just fucking blew it up without any problem. So now that you cleared the airspace, you'll get like the commander guy being like, oh, they're trying to refuel the Lich or something. Now and then you just gotta take out these guys, and it's an anti-air rafe. Let's just fucking bomb them. And you have zealots with fuel rods and grunt heavies and hunters, so you got a whole lot of shit to blow up here. as you can see, this is why I put vehicles as the focus and not units, because it wouldn't be fun to kind of be in this awkward position of constantly blowing everything up like this. Now, you'll be told the Covenant have brought in reinforcements, these Magna Pina aircraft carriers, and the Banished are bringing in another Lich. So now you get this whole big-ass battle here, this big-ass finale battle, where you have to take down 2 Magna Pinas and 2 Banished Liches. And there's also Phantom gunships for both the Banished and the Covenant. And these are the Phantom gunships from the Prototype mod. You gotta be really careful, because they can shred your Pelicans. They'll, like, defang them here. They're not like the Banished ones, where they're just, like, concussive, like, rounds. They're like, they'll shred you, which is, you know, because the Prototype suit is really fast, so that's why I made them the way they are. I don't know, let me know if you want the Super Phantom also to be in the equation here. I didn't add it in because I wasn't, you know, rejected shotguns. Oh, wait, I should add it in, because you can't kill the fucking thing. You can't kill the rejected shotgun Lich with this, like, with the Pelican, because you have to board it. Oh, shit, see what I mean? Thankfully, we have some backup here now, and they should help us out. We have backup Sparrowhawks. So we'll take out the guns here. Oh, fuck. They're really fucking shredding us. And this is why I added the fucking rocket spam, because this can be really annoying. So you just want to keep spamming rockets at that bastard. Maybe I should give Fuel Rod rockets to the Phantoms. That might be cool. But not for this map. There we go. Okay. I think we're almost closer to blowing it up. Shit. Come on, we can blow it up. There we go. And that has proper destruction. Oh, fuck. The Banished Lich has taken itself out. See, okay, here is a problem with the carriers here. The physics are really weird. So let me go over here. Yeah, you can see that the physics are kind of weird on Pepper's, like, dropships. Like, I don't know why. Like, if you're deploying the Scorpion, for example, like, sometimes it can do that. Notice how when I move the Pelican like that, it moved. Like, sometimes that happens, and I do not know why that happens with Pepper's stuff. So you can kind of kill the, like, aircraft. Like, I don't know why this happens. Is there, like, some volume, like, moving it? I'll have to ask him about it. Anyways, because the Magna Pina, we just killed it because the drivers, I haven't fixed that yet. The driver's not proper. So yeah, there goes the carrier. It's destroyed. Oh, fuck, another gun. Oh, shit, this one has lock-ons. We gotta be careful. Well, thankfully, the Covenant is also fighting the gunship. Let's just focus on the other carrier for now. Oh, shit. Now, you can just use missile pods to take these guys out. Oh, shit. Some of them might hit my allies. There we go. And I gotta fix that, too. That's another issue here. So, yeah, now the shipwreck will sink down, just like it did in Hell Jumpers. Okay, we gotta take out this gunship. Oh, fuck, I hit the Hornet by accident. There we go. Boom. It seems like the Banished and Covenant Phantoms are too busy fighting each other, so we'll let them fight. In the meantime, let's take out this Lich. And it's a gunship Lich, so you want to be careful here, because it has 4 guns on the side, and it will use its beam. So yeah, there it is. There's guns. There's the beam. Fuck. We're on fire. We're on fire. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, it's okay. We're still doing pretty well. Boom. So now that's all solved, the mission would pretty much be over at that point. You know, kind of like Paradise Panic. They saved. UNSC aircraft carrier comes in. Oh, hold on. Why is that? What the fuck is that Banshee? It's a fucking. It's an Ultra Banshee. What is that doing there? That's weird. I've never. Why is. Oh, I must have given it a wrong rank. Oh my. I didn't know there was a. Okay, I guess I forgot to assign that one. Guess it's the rare albino Banshee. Banish Banshee. So yeah, there we go. So let's take out the final. Actually, we don't need to see that. We can do other things. We'll let the AI take care of themselves. So yeah, so that's pretty much the mod. It's just something simple, you know. I hope it's fun. And it's pretty much, you know, functionally complete. But then there's the other aspect. So as you can see, there's an Albatross, Sparrowhawk, Hornet, Falcon, Apache, and also an Albatross. And there will also be the Stingray, Kestrel, APC, and Mastodon as aquatic choices. And you'll also have an option to do the whole mission on foot, so you can do it from boots on the ground and get deployed in by a Falcon, a Vulture, or an Albatross, and you'll be able to use that. And hi, ODST guy. Good to see you. So yeah, there's all these routes that I have to kind of plan for. Thankfully, for most of them I can reuse existing routes, and I just gotta edit some AI stuff. And before... Actually, I'll save that for the end of the video. So yeah. So over here, you'd go in here to kind of choose what method of attack you would want, and you'd go over here for your customization options as a Marine. Right now I'm a Spartan, but you will be a Marine, which means you will be a little bit weaker, but you have all these powerful vehicles, so it shouldn't be a problem. You should be fine. So yeah. So you'll have all these choices, and the thing is, the reason I have to make different, like, routes here, like, for example, you see Pelican route in the... Oh, wait, you don't see it on the screen. Well, you have different, like, scripted paths, because not every vehicle can take on every vehicle. So let me demonstrate here. Let me reset everything so we can kind of do this the best we can. We have the Falcon here, right? Pretty cool vehicle. All it has is a machine gun, right? Now, the problem comes... This is where the problem comes. So you see the vampire in the Phantom. The Falcon can't actually kill the vampire. And it also can't really kill the Phantom either. You need missile pods to do that, right? Now the vampire, I talked about this earlier, but the Pelican doesn't have lock-on missiles, so you can imagine how annoying it is to actually fight this thing. Okay, I thought it was annoying, but I managed to kill it a few times. But that's why you fight more Phantoms during the Pelican route, because it has the missile pods to take on the Phantom, so... Yeah, that's a thing. Oh, it just stopped responding. I think it crashed. Well, either way, you kind of get the point. And that's kind of like the whole like mission I have planned here. And like I said, if you guys made it to the end, please tell me if you want to see more segments where you can pick up the troops. I think there's one more I can put in where you can pick up troops and drop them into battle. For the Pelican and maybe for the Albatross, because I want the Albatross to be able to do similar. And I'll see how that works. I'm not sure how it will work for the Albatross. I'm not sure, because I want it to be an option, but at the same time I feel like it's kind of hard to make it fun to use compared to the Pelican. So yeah, it looks like my editing kit crashed. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this preview, and I'll try to work on the Hornet routes, you know, smaller vehicle routes. And, you know, hopefully if I have the time, we can get everything ready for release. Just, you know, The hardest thing I have to do right now is just making the new marine armors and the customization system, which I can probably just reuse from Hell Jumpers, but it's a lot of like scripting stuff I gotta figure out. And before I do that, I need to get all the the foundation set. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone.